So I remember one time one of my teachers said that we are gifted with the spiritual teacher that we're psychically, spiritually ready to receive. And what he meant by that was if I were to have bad thoughts about my teacher, negative thoughts toward my teacher, if I have thoughts like that towards a really developed being, the energy that comes back to me is quite negative. Only because our psychic fields have a built-in protection that respond even if we're not aware of it, even if we're unconscious about it. Basically, whatever I send out to somebody, their energy field is going to receive it and respond and send something back. So if I'm met by this overarching plan that I'm going to meet spiritual teachers that are at a level that's safe for me, so that if I do have those negative thoughts towards them, I'm not going to harm myself so much. And it's almost like as we start to develop our awareness of love and kindness, we start to meet higher level spiritual teachers. So I was fortunate enough to be blessed with a teacher, another one, who was really careful about giving us teachings, giving us energy. Because he knew that if we were to leave with this new power, it's like a sword, and we were to go home and to have negative words towards someone or have negative thoughts towards someone, we could actually really harm them. So the ultimate spiritual protection, the ultimate psychic protection is understanding the law of love and kindness. It's not something magical, it's not a technique. It's just really understanding what they call in yoga the teaching of ahimsa. I love the Sanskrit. Ahimsa pratishtayam tatsamnidau vaira yagaha. Vairat yagaha. It's like meaning if we're firmly established in ahimsa, there's no hostility in our vicinity. This is the ultimate psychic protection, is that we start to understand that our thoughts and our words, our feelings towards another person have huge impact, not just on them, but our own psychic development. As I said in the beginning, it actually pushes away high-level spiritual teachers until we start to understand this teaching. So what happens on a psychic level? Say I'm hurt by somebody. Somebody's done something to me that's really hurt me. And I want them to hurt too. I want them to feel that same pain, and I send that out to them. What actually happens from the energetic field is it looks like clairvoyantly that we actually send out a gray cloud towards the other person. And it goes out and it hits their energetic field. And whether they're aware of it or not, their energetic field responds as a protection. And it sends back a gray cloud. But this one that it sends back is even darker than the one that we sent originally. So what happens? It comes back to our energy field, smacks into it, and actually causes our auric field to shrink. Everything to shrink. Our heart to shrink. Our agya to shrink. Our root to shrink. Everything. So what's actually happening is when we're sending out that pain we want someone to hurt, we're actually hurting more than the other person by sending that out. So what's the opposite of that? I'm feeling pain by somebody. I'm feeling really angry by something somebody's done. Someone said something about me. Someone said bad energy. I have a choice. And this is where the higher levels start to come in. As they start to understand that, okay, yeah, this is coming towards me, but I'm going to send out love and kindness and forgiveness, not for maybe the actions of the person, but for soul to soul. That our souls are just developed to a certain degree, and I know you're doing the best that you can, and I'm doing the best that I can, but I'm going to pray from a soul to soul level to forgive you for the way you've hurt me, and please forgive me for the ways that I've hurt you. May our souls develop. May our souls evolve. May there be light between us. May there enmity between us. Not enmity. Amicability. I imagine it like a cloud between two people that are in conflict, you know? And if we're both contributing great clouds to this larger cloud of conflict, it will never change. All we can do is send light towards it, at least on one side. And you watch, and happened to me several times where I've had conflict that I never thought with anyone was going to be able to be resolved. Every night before bed, I make this prayer, make this prayer, make this prayer. And you'll notice 6 months down the road, you get an email. Hey, I'm really sorry about what happened. From someone you never ever thought would do that. It works. So when I send out prayers in loving kindness, clairvoyantly what's happening is I'm sending out what looks like golden pink balls, and it's going towards the person, hits their energetic field. And unconsciously, by doing that, even if they're angry at us, we're triggering or forcing their energetic field to send loving kindness back to us. There's a story that my teacher tells that he had a student that there was a guy in his office that was a real jerk to everybody in the office. And he said, okay, I want you to go home and I want you to send loving kindness to this guy every day. Every day. I said, oh God, this guy's a jerk, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to listen to you. So he goes home every day, projects loving kindness, loving kindness, loving kindness. And sure enough, within a couple weeks, who was the one guy in the office that the mean guy was nice to? So the ultimate psychic protection, again, is just understanding the law of loving kindness and putting it into practice with all your heart. To the best of your ability. Of course, if you need to use force for the greater good, this is understandable. But on a day-to-day basis, just really simply being in charge of your thoughts and your awareness, your emotions, what you're projecting outwards. Huge, huge, huge difference. So happy protection, everybody.